Hey guys, Youngblood with you, and today I wanted to actually just show off something that I kind of had and then also downloaded, but also got for Christmas, and I know that's a little bit of gibberish, but I think it's kind of a cool setup and something that some of you guys may want to explore, especially knowing the number of screens that we're actually going to have in-game. So what I got for Christmas is this. It's actually a desk mount for my tablet, and I'll post up a better picture of it because moving the webcam around is probably going to give people a little bit of nausea. But what it does is it's basically got my tablet suspended within, on my desk. Now it's facing this way a little bit because primarily I wanted you to be able to see it on the webcam, but with that in mind, what you actually see on screen here is the Roccat power grid. And for those of you that aren't familiar with the system, what it does is it actually it communicates with a desktop-based application, and streaming through the network provides an interface on your tablet. Now, with this, there's a lot of different things, and the default has stuff, and I'm sure this is going to look like crap, but you can see here I've got CPU information, I've got RAM usage, net usage, blah, 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 and it kind of goes down and gives you a lot of information, including tools like stopwatches and timers. Now, up here, you also have sound control. If it decides to load, there we go, where you can control, mute, and do all that kind of stuff. Now, those are just the default things that you actually have in place. Now, instead of actually using it for that purpose, what we do have is excellent developers out there, such as Third on the RSI site, and I'm going to go ahead and post a link in the description to actually get information on this and download it. But he's actually made different grids that you can install that actually correlate with different things in Star Citizen, like power management and shield management. And this is really handy for those of you that don't want to have to fool around with doing like home and then alt and then clicking around or the F keys. This is all just built in onto this tablet right here, which is really nice, especially for those of you using joysticks, HOTAS, dual sticks, those types of things. So just to kind of give this a little demonstration, I'm going to go ahead and just put this on the Shields tab in the upper left-hand corner. And I'm going to go over here to the shield screen. Now, here you've got dorsal, ventral, port, forward, aft, starboard, or balanced. Not to mention you can just click anywhere on the grid. Now, to see how this actually interacts, let's go ahead and move the shields to the right.
Shields to port.
You'll notice that it actually shifted over to port. Now, we can also go back into shields here and say starboard, and you can see that it moves the little indicator to the right. If we end up wanting to balance things out, it moves it right back into the center, and we have different options that we can actually do. Now, in addition to that, there's other things that we can do, like actually, if you don't want to have to play with that, if you want like a custom setup, you can click up there, and it'll actually correlate to how it's actually supposed to end up working on your screen.
Port forward.
Now, the shield management is nice, and this part's been a little bit funky for me, and I'm going to look into that a little bit more. But what I've had a little bit more success with has actually been here in the power management. And in the power management, you get all these different options. You get G1, which is weapons, G2 for shield, G3 for engines, and then the different ones in here. In addition, probably my favorite one is this guy.
Weapon system.
Just turning off all your systems. As you can see down in the lower left-hand corner, my signature has actually dropped significantly as a direct result of hitting that button. Now let's go ahead and bring our systems back online.
System active.
Let everything start charging up. Let's fire a weapon. You can see it is working, which is great. So with that, let's go ahead and change some stuff around.
Power to weapons.
You can see that it moves over to G1, power to
shields.
And you can see you can still move. It's this is about prioritization. This isn't about totally killing power unless you're utilizing this. And then power to engines, meaning that your engines are going to take priority. So things like shields or your weapons are going to drain faster, but you're going to be able to, put more power to your engines. Shields is probably the most relevant.
Shields.
But then you really get into the more custom ones. G1, G2, that's going to be weapons and shields. So if you hit that, it ends up moving the indicator to the middle of the screen. That's going to be weapons and shields. G2, G3, shields and engines. I like to call this one the turn and run option. And if you really want to get specific, let's balance them out. If you're trying to hightail it out of an area and you've got somebody chasing you, I would probably go shield and engines and put your shields to the aft. Because then you're showing the rear of your ship and you're giving yourself the most speed to get out of there and the most durability based on your shield performance. So This is the Roccat Power Grid. It's something that it can be used on Android or iOS tablets, and it's a really nice utility, and it's something that I think does a really good job of helping out with the overall immersion of the game. Now you can use multiple ones of these, and I don't know if you can see it up here, but there's additional little tabs that you can get, and you have to end up buying those, but each tab's only $1. And on top of it, this is all free, what you see right here, and it is fully functional. And in addition to this, you can actually run multiple devices. So you could have your tablet here, you could have another tablet here, you could have a cell phone here, and you can control different screens doing different things. Third has a couple different versions of these. I like blue, so I use blue. There's also green ones out there and more simplified versions as well. And you can actually go out there and try and customize some of this on your own. So I thought this was really cool. You can kind of see the development of the cockpit here I'm working with the mount, the tablet, the Whooshes setup. I'll probably end up adding another one, and even a cheapy little tablet will work. This is a pretty decent one. It's an LG, but you can get a $40 Android tablet that's going to end up working just as well for you. So
Shields balanced.
that's pretty much it. If you have
balanced.
questions about any of this, let me know. Otherwise, go check out Third's post. He's got some videos out there on it. It's a really good thing to get into, and it's just a lot of fun. So there you have it. Hope you guys all had a wonderful Christmas. New Year's is coming up right around the corner, so hopefully you guys have some fun plans. And I will have more content coming soon, probably some star map stuff. So, oh, I wanted to show you guys something real quick because I thought it was really buggy. I logged into this, and for some reason, there's these little globes floating around in free flight. Now, I don't play around in free flight very much, but it kind of looks like a little universe inside the universe, and it's just a little image glitch as you can actually fly through them, and nothing ends up happening. So, I thought that was just funny, kind of interesting, but there you have it. So, if you have questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'll talk to you guys later. Have yourselves a wonderful day, and take care.